going on, everybody? Got some really, really good news. Um, so, as well as you know, I was having a very big struggle with AC1, and a really good friend of mine that's a brother to me had a call with me. We had a Discord call, and he pointed out my flaws, what I was doing wrong, what I might have been doing right, my approach on tackling these challenge runs, these no damage runs, because he's an expert at what he does. And we went over some really good discussion. I liked our conversation because it reflected off of my mistakes. He told me, "Hey, bro, like, hey, you made a mistake, own it. That's on you. Like, control. I'll tell you better." And I sat there and I thought about what he said to me, and it just resonated. Like, he's right. And there was a lot of different mechanics that he was going through with me with the AI and knowing the combat system and what is it doing, and limiting as much risk as possible, right? So we were going over a really good discussion on the mentality. Basically, he was explaining to me why this game is miserable and the mechanics of the game. This game is not meant to do for a no damage run. The developer made it where they don't want it to be where you can do a no damage run for it. So he was explaining to me how long it took him and how he was like ready to drop the run because of the RNG factors. This game is nothing but RNG, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can try to limit as much as possible of risk to RNG, but he was explaining to me that you got to have that high skill. You got to be good enough to where you if you come up with a strategy and it's safe and it works, because he was describing that with me with the strategy that I had. And I was telling him I was trying to work on his strategy and it wasn't working. He was telling me like I wasn't controlling my character better, Altair. So I took that to account and I took notes and I wrote some things down on what he said, really paid attention to the details and everything he said. And as we were discussing, as we were talking about this, he was telling me, bro, you got to be good enough to where if you come up with a strategy and it's solid, you try to get it as consistent as possible, not perfect, but as much as you can to get it repeatable and safe and consistent. And then the moment you try to use that skill and then RNG happens or an enemy jumps up and hits you, it does this or does that, you have to be aware of that, right? So these were factors that we were taking in when we were having this call, because I was very frustrated. It was miserable for me. And he's like, we're gonna get through this. I'm gonna help you out with this, and he just basically told me the best way to do this. He's like, look, dude, if this is not the run for you, then just drop it. He told me it took him over 2 months, 100 hours. I was like, dang, like just listening to that, that's just that's that's insanity, right? So now that I took his advice, we had that call. He helped me so much. Like I woke up this morning and I had this idea and everything clicked. Like a light bulb came to my head. And then when I woke up, I had wrote these notes and something said get on Assassin's Creed. And then, as well as you were seeing, this is 4K resolution of my Memory Block 3 no damage that I managed to do today. The capacity is very high. Yeah, it's a very big file, but I just wanted to come on here to say this because there's no sound. Unfortunately, when I recorded, there was no sound because my monocaster was not on. That's on me. However, I wanted to have some kind of commentary or something going by so it's not so boring. So you hear my voice, then everything else. But kind of just pay attention to the way I played because it explained a lot of what I was doing wrong versus what I was doing right. But I'm about to get to go here. I'm about to go to the pool. And I'm really happy about this. Um, there were some areas where I messed up, made a mistake, but like you said, I was able to catch it and correct it quickly. Um, so this was beautiful how I did this. Getting out of the room with uh, Talmar or Talamir, that worked out well. I used the strategy that Hayete told me to use. It does work. It just, he explained it to me that I wasn't doing it quick enough and I didn't get it precise. I didn't get it on time. So he was right. I wasn't quick enough. So when I figured this out, the light bulb came on. I was like, okay, this is my problem. This is what I'm doing. I'm not using the mouse this way. I'm not, I wasn't angled correctly in this position. The two archers that are at the top, I should have took out the archer on the left and archer on the right. He explained to me about a variety of steps and how to go about taking different approaches and things. So it's a lot that happened here, but it was a lot. But I'm really glad that this happened today. Unfortunately, there's no sound. I have to get going, but I want to put some kind of commentary in here. Feel free. I mean, there's not going to be any sound. I'm sorry about that, but um, I did my best to try to get at least 7 minutes, 10 minutes of commentary in the video. Mm. So yeah, um, really thankful, and that he was able to help me with that. But there's so much more I need to know. There's so much more I need to do in this game. Um, so I need to figure out the best approach when escaping on the rooftops. I've seen a lot of speed runs. I just started watching the speed run for Assassin's Creed 1 yesterday. And a lot of the speed running, I didn't like it because you're glitching in like rooms and killing the priest before the cutscene happens. It's like there's stuff that I would never do. But I guess the idea of how to do the speed run to make things quicker and more safer was somewhat helpful. But that's what I wanted to say on here. I'm about to get ready to go. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube so you can see my progression and the way I played on this. Way better quality than the other one because the other one was bad quality. This is 4K resolution. I didn't even know what 4K was until today. I guess I was streaming at 4K resolution. I wasn't aware of it. So funny. There's 2K and there's 4K. So it's a lot to take in. But here you can see I'm approaching the tree. I run in. I like to just go on top of the roof for Altair. Make my way, and then you'll see I messed up with the pickpocket um, objective where they go on alert, and then I have to get to safety. But I never really mess up on the pickpocket after I've been practicing so much. But there's a lot more control and consistency on this playthrough, and this is the way I need to play all the time. I need to try to make it where it's solid, where it's repeatable, where it's safe, and where the strategy works. So that's what I'm gonna continue to do. Um, I'm just glad that this turned out the way it did. because I was playing 9 hours just on this part alone and could not figure it out. Um, so I'm gonna go back over the other memory blocks and learn those, and then when I feel like I'm ready and my mental state is there, then I'll try the run again, because I already lost the run. So that's what I'm gonna do. This time, when I redo it, I'm gonna have at least 2K resolution, something like that. So, but I'm gonna get going. I love you guys, and I'm really excited about this because this is hope. This is hope. This is what I needed. Um, but that's what I wanted to say. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay. And again, I just want to put some kind of commentary in it so you're not just listening to nothing. Because when it comes to music and stuff, I probably did that in the video. Alright. Enjoy the rest of the playthrough for my progression.